Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Sunday, the 11th of April, 2021. This is just my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the pairs I'm trading on the daily time frame with the Forex trade, Forex charts using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So yeah, I'm one day late. I know that. I was busy yesterday and the cleaners disturbed me. So today, Sunday. All right, let's have a look first at the news ahead for the week. So we'll go to here. There's the Forex factory economic calendar. This is all set up to be in my local time, which is Da Nang, Vietnam. So here's Monday, no news. Tuesday, no news. And keep in mind, this is only scheduled news. So, other stuff could happen out of left field or unexpected. So Wednesday, we start with Kiwi CPI numbers. The big one on Wednesday is probably the Canadian interest rate news. There's these two. Red's the high impact ones. So that's the overnight rate or interest rate for Canada on Wednesday. And you've got all these European countries' flash manufacturing numbers. They can move the euro a bit at times, not that often though. And probably here, the euro interest rate also on Thursday. So it's a pretty quiet week except for Canadian interest rate news and the European interest rate news and a couple of these manufacturing numbers. So that's the news. Before we go on, you'll have a look at my charts. You will see lots of lines on them, lots of colors. Some of them can be a little bit overwhelming or a little bit confusing. Best bet just to pause the video, read this, have a look. It explains what the indicators are, all the settings, etc., what the different coloured lines mean. I understand that English is not everyone's first language, so you may want to slow the video down or even pause it and read my videos, etc. There's no problems there at all. Take a screenshot of this or whatever, but I'll bring it up at the end also so you can have another look at it. So a big welcome to anyone that's joined my YouTube channel or the Facebook group or the Telegram channels, etc. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a member of the JAGfx family. And like I always say, if you've got any questions, just send them to me. I've got no problems answering them, or someone else will answer them for you. So it's all good. We're all here to learn. So there's no stupid questions. All right, let's have a look at the chart. So you can see this is TradingView. I do all my analysis these days on TradingView. This is my watch list on the right in alphabetical order. These are all the pairs I'm trading. If they're highlighted in blue, it means I've got trades on. No highlight, nothing. And if it's highlighted in pink, it means I'm looking at something on Monday. The good thing about TradingView is on the Friday close, if there is a signal on Monday, the Friday close the candle will show the signal. So I know exactly what's coming up on this time frame on every Monday morning using TradingView. With MT4, MT5, it doesn't do that, so TradingView's got one advantage there. So let's look at the charts. Like I said, there's a lot of lines on them. All these blue and red lines, if you read that Word document, they represent buy and sell trades. Back in the early stages, if I took a signal that went against me, I was hedging everything. Every signal that went against me, I just hedged. So you'll see these old sequences. Sequence 1, sequence 2, this is where they start. So you see S2 there, that's sequence 2. We go, sequence 1 starts all the way here. So it's a lot of trades on. Don't get too concerned about it. If you're not into the hedging or it's not your thing, don't worry about it. Just concentrate what I'm doing on the right edge of the chart. So let's have a look here. You'll see my notes here for any trades. So you can read all the notes there, all those different sequences. Also, you'll see the pair nominated, the profit to date. So that's all based on the individual pair. So that's how much profit I've made on this pair. The Oz Swiss since I started trading it, $700.75. Now that's based on a 0.02 lot because all my initial trade position sizes are 0.02, so 20 cents a pip. Overall break even, not applicable, and it's -2. The reason it's not applicable is because it's a negative number. It's there. So what I did here is don't worry about sequence 1. That's something I've just got to work my way out of. But let's look at sequence 2. Sequence 2 is a sell trade. You can see the red QMP filtered dot there. MACD Platinum's above the 0 level. Remember, I'm looking to sell when it's above the 0 level and buy when it's below the 0 level. That's 0 level, this grey dotted line. So it was a sell there. It's gone against me. This red dotted line is my stop. It hasn't broken the previous high, hence that blue line there. The initial trade was based on regular, where is it, sequence 2, high risk trade against the trend, regular bearish divergence. So yeah, higher highs in price, lower highs on the oscillator or the MACD platinum. So it went against me, came, eventually started heading down, then I got this buy signal. Now, generally I wouldn't take this buy signal because I like to see price come back to the MAs a bit closer. This didn't do it, but I took it because I wanted to hedge this sell trade. I didn't think it'd break this previous high, and it didn't. As you can see, it went sideways for a few days, and suddenly it fell away, and I've taken a hedge sell trade there. So that's sequence 3. Now, the reason I took a hedge sell and didn't have a stop in place is because now, with my hedging, I will hedge whenever I have my initial trades based on hidden divergence. So in this case, we've got higher lows on price and lower lows on the MACD platinum. So it's hidden bullish divergence. So I'm happy that MACD platinum still below the 0 level. So I took a buy, hedge, sell. I'm still in this sell here also. So we're getting close to my entry on sequence 2, which is good. And we've got a buy and a sell here. So locking in a loss basically between this blue line and this red line on sequence 3. I know it's all a little bit confusing, the hedging part of things, but it's pretty simple if once you know what you're doing. But yeah, I've done a couple of videos. You can look on my YouTube channel. I think there's a couple of videos on hedging using the simulator, etc. If you've got any questions, happy to answer them. So let's keep on going. Aussie Japanese yen. Now, yeah, good old trading view is going a bit slow. I'm in a buy here. Again, it's based on hidden bullish divergence. You can see the green, pretty simple. A grey vertical line. It's just an early warning signal saying there's a possibility of a sell signal coming soon. Red dot on the MACD platinum. There's still not a red QMP filter dot. Keep in mind that the QMP filter, which is these red and green dots on the price chart, they're a combination of the MACD Platinum and the QQE Advance, which I don't have to display on the chart. So I took a buy in here, it went up slowly, didn't break this previous high, dropped down a little bit, and it's still not doing much at all. Again, profit to date, there's my notes on the trade, etc. Oz New Zealand, no trades open, and I'm always drawing these lines in. So this was you see prices come up, gone down, come up, and gone down. So it's a resistance level. So I just extend my line through price. You see it's come up and bounced off again before breaking through, which is good. Now it's come down. It's possibly acting as support. In the meantime, we've got potential bullish divergence forming here. You can see that line there is flat. And I just keep on adjusting these every day until if they're no longer valid, then I just delete them. At this stage, there's possible hidden bullish divergence forming here, which would be good because then you could say that's a support, so we can take the buy trade. All right, Aussie USD, another one that's old sequences like the Aussie Swiss. You'll see it on the New Zealand too, pound New Zealand and the USD Swiss franc. But this thing, have a look at my last trade was this buy in here. Now we've got sequence 1, which is all the way back to the left. And sequence 2 is, I think, see, look at the profit I'm making, 1,900 on this pair. Overall break evens right off up here somewhere, up the top. Don't worry about that too much. In the meantime, sequence 1, I just have to try and get a bit creative in how I close some of those trades or deal with those trades. In the meantime, sequence 2 was this buy. High risk traders, I took it on the interest rate news, Australian interest rate news that same day, and it looked like price is not making higher highs, so possibly the market's turning. Had this support level here, which seems to have held nicely. There is some divergence there. You can read the notes there, but so this is a buy in here. Stop in places that red dotted line. It's going nowhere fast. It's hard to tell. It's a bit messy because we had a bullish and sort of another bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish, bearish. It's a bit up and down. These green lines are just big numbers. They're pretty important on the Aussie. So that's the 80-cent level, that's the 75-cent level, and that's the 70-cent level. Big numbers. Things tend to happen around big numbers. So I did have a buy on the 18th of March, so that would have been this one here. I took a buy on this candle here, and it was a loss of $50. So I just try to, and because the MACD Platinum is still under the zero level, I'm having a second attempt at a buy, and it too looks like it's not going too well, but yeah, I just keep track of how many trades I take on one side of the MACD Platinum. Right, CAD Swiss. In the sell trade at the moment, going nowhere fast. It was a high risk trade. Again, you can read my notes there. Third attempt at a sell, had a one here on this grey line, one here on this grey line, and here's my third one. Now the MACD Platinum's well through the zero level. It was a high risk trade. Again, yeah, look, I should probably look at doing something. I was hoping to bring price down to at least to the MAs, where I could close half and bring the stop right down. That's a stop. It's a long way away at the moment, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's yeah, the MACD Platinum's still pointing down, so there's no real rush to close out half yet. But you know, on Monday this could pop up through the entry level. Who knows? Again, drawing the green trend lines for possible hidden bullish divergence forming there, but not confirmed as yet. CAD Yen, very similar to CAD Swiss. It was a sell, high risk trade, third attempt, very similar. They're a lot of correlation there. You can see my first loss, second loss is only a small one. Again, the divergence there, and we're now above the entry level just. I was hoping, again, it would come down to the MAs, stop in place up there. Just a matter of being patient. It's not a pair I don't make a lot on. It's just a slow mover generally. Euro Aussie, very similar to Aussie USD. A lot of trades on from way back to the left somewhere. A lot of lines on the charts, etc. Again, don't worry about that too much if you're not into the hedging or haven't been following me. We're just mainly concentrating on sequence 2, which was a sell followed by a hedge buy. Again, I took the hedge trade on that because the initial trade was hidden bearish divergence. So you see my notes there, hidden bearish divergence. Higher highs on MACD Platinum, lower highs on their price. And the trend is down, so that's what I want to see. It's normally a trend continuation. So I had no problems taking that hedge buy. If you had a stop in place, that'd be a good signal to get out of that sell. If you had a stop in place and it didn't reach it, once you got that buy signal, I would close that trade and just wait for another sell signal. The MACD Platinum's above the zero level, and as you can see, it tends to oscillate around the zero level. So it always comes back to the other side. Might take a few months, but it will eventually on the daily charts or any time frame. So that's the Euro Oz. Euro CAD, no trades on this pair at all. Potentially setting up for a sell. I could probably delete these regular bearish, bullish divergence lines. No need for them to be on the chart. So no trades on. The warning signal, I could probably get rid of that. Nothing happening there. We're through the zero level. So again, I've drawn my trend lines in for potential hidden bearish divergence there, which would be good. Euro Pound, no trades on. Similar sort of scenario to the Euro CAD we just looked at. And get rid of those green lines. No need for them. We're already through the zero level. Yeah, so again, there's high, lower high, 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 high. So hidden bearish divergence possibly forming. Euro Yen, what have we got on here? I think I've got a buy. Yeah, got a buy in here. Ideally, I want to see it break this previous high here. It's trying to. There's a little stop in place because, again, it's hidden bullish divergence. You can see it. It's pretty obvious. I know hidden divergence is a little bit tougher to spot than your regular divergence. Everyone seems to know what regular divergence is, but hidden divergence, it's a much better divergence in my opinion. It's normally with the trend continuation, and that's why I'm comfortable not and using it without a stop. I may, depending on what happens on Monday, I may look at doing something around with this. I might close half and try and bring the stop up, put a stop in place in here somewhere. Euro New Zealand, this is highlighted in pink. Something must be happening on Monday. Here we go. Like trading view, like I said, it shows the dot on the Friday close because it's a signal that's going to be confirmed on Monday. It's already confirmed. So if the market opens pretty well where it closed on Friday, then I'm taking a hedge buy trade here. This initial sell trade was based on hidden bearish divergence. You can see it there. higher highs on MACD Platinum, lower highs on price. Now the sell, it started to go nicely, now it's turned up, so what I'll do is take a buy the same size, and it locks in a loss between that sell and that buy. And what I'm now waiting on is then another sell, which I'll go in with a bigger position, and I'll hopefully clear those all three trades, something along those lines. Euro New Zealand, so I'm taking a buy on Monday morning, as long as it opens pretty well close to where it closed. Euro USD, in a buy here. It was a higher risk trade. It's based on, it looked like, to me, you know, MAs are technically up, but they're tightening up. We've got this high here, we've got a low, we've got a new high, didn't break that high, new or low, didn't really push through these highs too much. Lower again, high, didn't break the high, so it looks to me as the market is trending down and the MAs are starting to turn. So it was a slightly higher risk trade, and we had regular bullish divergence, and we had this trend line break, so it's a combination of things. So I've already closed half, and I've brought my stop up nice and tight. So overall, I can't lose on that. I did have a buy in here, that one on that grey line. First buy loss was $28. So I lost money on that first one, and now I'm trying to make up some of that loss on the second one. Pound Aussie, no trades on. There was a sell signal back here. I declined to take it. Looked like market's going higher. MAs are tightening. Just wasn't worth the risk. It would have paid off, but yeah, just follow my rules. Pound Swiss, no trades on. Again, there was a sell signal there, but it was right on this sort of big support resistance level, and the MACD Platinum was already through the zero level. There was hidden, regular bearish divergence, but it's just, yeah, it didn't really look that good or set up, and hindsight, it would have been, the entry would have been just above the blue line and would go on nicely. So yeah, sometimes it happens. You don't take the trade and it goes. But another one, similar, the pound pairs are all very similar, same sort of setup, regular bearish divergence, MACD below the zero level. Yeah, just getting too close to the MAs. The sell signal was here, could have got a few pips maybe. Pound New Zealand, it's a pair that I'm in a lot of trades with, and I made some good money, over $11,000 on this one. I'm in two sequences. Break even, I'm going pretty hard at the moment on these, half a full lot on both. The sell signal was here. It could have been a standalone sell signal. It would have been a bit higher risk, like a lot of the pound. It's probably better than the previous ones we looked at, but I'm just trying to make some money on this and get out of these old sequences. So again, trend lines have been drawn for potential regular, what do you call it? Hidden bullish divergence. And what would happen, say I've got a buy signal below this sell signal here, then I'll just close these sells and go long, just pivot, close the sells, hopefully add to my profit, bring this up to 11,500 and just keep on having a go at getting more and more profit. I know it looks messy, it's a pair I like trading, a lot of trades on, but yeah, if you watch my videos, you know what I'm doing. You'll see the pair I dislike. It's coming up very soon. Pound USD. Now this is one I initiated a hedging sequence on, sequence one here, because it was based on hidden bearish divergence. But I think I messed up in here. I missed an opportunity to get out at break in because I had a sell, hedge buy, second sell. I think I missed it. Now I'm stuck in a sequence that's going nowhere fast. And I've also commenced a sequence two, which was based on hidden bullish divergence, and it too is getting messy. So both sequences are hedged at the moment. So sequence one, sequence two. My next signal I'm looking for is a buy signal. The MACD Platinum is below the zero level, so looking for a buy to break both these hedges, release the hedge, and start heading up. In the meantime, making some good profit, 9,300 plus on that pair. So it's a pound USD. It's just going a little bit up and down. Pair I don't mind trading. New Zealand CAD. Took a buy in here. It was a higher risk trade. You can see there as MAs appear to be turning down, which they look like they are. And there was no supporting divergence or anything like that. So it was a high risk trade, but I've got to stop and play. It's a pair I don't mind trading. It looked like it was starting to go nicely. Had a couple of bullish candles, then Had a pretty crappy bearish candle, another bullish candle. Now Friday we had a big bearish candle, so we're below my entry level. Made some good profit on it, 819. But as you can see by, oops, there's my friends messaging me. As you can see by the dots, the QMP filter dots, it goes all right, this pair. So yeah, it's not bad, but this buy's not going the way it should be at the moment. New Zealand yen. Let's have a look at this. Right, it's a little bit tricky, this one. I took a sell trade up here. So that's S1, that's a sell trade. You can read my notes there. I had a stop. I already closed out half of that, and I put a stop in place, and I've tightened the stop right up, and it's come up very close to hitting my stop. In the meantime, I took a buy trade, and it's come up very close to my sell stop, but didn't quite take it. The buys rolled over. The MACD platinum still below the 0 level, and it was based on hidden bullish divergence. So if I get a sell signal, then I'll just take a hedge sell, and I'll keep this sell on. This yellow dotted line or dashed line is my overall break even for all the trades. So because that's overall break evens are positive, plus 0.01, as long as price remains above it, we're in profit with both those trades. But even if it falls down, actually I prefer to see you get a sell signal, take the hedge, then drag this stop down and then look for another buy to the upside. That's the New Zealand yen at the moment. It's a little bit different. Two trades on, completely separate from each other. New Zealand USD, like the Aussie Swiss, a few other pairs, a lot of old sequence 1 all the way back on the left. Sequence 2 was one that was based on hidden divergence, as you can read my notes there. A lot of notes on this chart, a lot of trades on. So that, I'm trying to work my way out of that. And so that yellow dash line there is the overall break even for sequence 2. So you can see break even at 74146, which is that level 74146, which is the yellow there. Last trade, if you're just looking at the right edge of the chart, sequence 3 was a buy, high risk trade. Looks like the MAs are turning down, again lower highs on price. So that's just basic market structure. And again, like the Aussie, we got a bullish, bearish, bearish. It's just going sideways. A little bit hard to see now. Let's just see if I can bring it up a bit. But, those last daily candles there, just indecision. That's a week trading. Remember, this is the daily chart, 5 trading days in a week. But Kiwis going nowhere fast at the moment. Again, the green line's just a big number. In this case, it's a 70-cent level. Made some good profit, 1,900 on there. I did take a buy in here, very similar to the Aussie. Kiwi and the Aussie moved pretty much the same. Took a buy in here and I lost $43 on it. Now I'm trying to recover again with another buy. That's it. USD Swiss franc. This is my pet hate. This is the one that's caused me all the grief. I've got 3 big sequences on here and I just can't seem to clear them. In the meantime, I'm making some good profit. So we're short at the moment on all the sequences. So sequence 1, sequence 2, and sequence 3. I'm short on this last sell signal here. It's nice, regular bearish divergence. It's gone down nicely. We're still heading down. In the meantime, I'm drawing my green trend lines in, looking for potential hidden bullish divergence. Now, if I get a buy signal anytime, I'll just close all these last sell signals and I should be in profit, and I'll add it to my $10,750 in profit. So just keep on adding to the profit, adding to the profit. That's all I'm trying to do. And slowly, it might take 10 years. I hope not, but it might have $100,000 profit there, and and overall might be in loss $4,000 or $5,000. Just close them all out and reduce your overall profit. So it's just a matter of getting creative on this. I don't like this pair. It's inversely correlated to the Euro USD, so it's probably pointless trading both. And it's one that's always given me a bit of grief anyway. So let's look at the USD Japanese yen. Another pair. It's giving me a little bit of grief at the moment. I've only got the one sequence on. It's sequence 1. You can read the notes there. It was initially based on hidden bearish divergence. So sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy, third sell, third hedge buy, 4th, 5th. So we're at the 5th sell which is this trade up here, which looked like it was going well on Thursday, but Friday it's reversed. Here's my break even, overall break even. That's what I'm aiming for, that yellow dashed line. It looks like it was heading down there nicely, but now tell me the rest. So that's where I want to get to, that for the USD Japanese yen. My concern is now the MACD Platinum's through the zero level, but as I said, generally if I have a hidden divergence, eventually I'll get to a break-even point. So I'll probably get, when it gets close to that, I'll just set up an alert. As soon as I hear it, I'll come and check the charts. Made a little bit of profit on this. It hasn't been good to me, the USD Japanese yen. It's been a bit tough to trade, a lot of sideways rubbish. But so that's it for the charts, guys. Let's have a look. I'll bring up that Word document again if you were wondering what some of the colours meant or all the lines meant. Like I said, everyone's more than welcome to join the social media groups. I've got the JAGfx group, which is 7,100 members or whatever, on the Facebook. Got the Telegram channels, also got obviously the YouTube channel if you're watching this video, and I do a little bit on Twitter, not much, I'm not a big tweeter. Yeah, and all these trades that I call are all called at the time in those channels, and I share a spreadsheet with my results, so there's a link to those in the description of the video. So, and I also take screenshots of all my trades at entry and post them in a shared folder. So it's very transparent. All my trades, like I said, are called at the time and everyone sees them. So it's none of this after the fact or stuff. And there's been, I think, 1,200 plus trades called now on the daily chart. So that's a bucket load of trades. You know, you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's just the good thing about it. So thanks for watching the video, guys. If you do like the video, please hit the subscribe button or hit the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Sunday evening, I've got to catch up on a couple of replays of football games I missed. So stay safe, and we'll get back into it on Monday. Thank you. Cheers.